I look back on that early season, the 2008 years. This was a lot of new beginnings for us and for the church. It was a beautiful, vibrant time of figuring out who we are in this new place, in this new space. God's faithfulness really showed in his blessing of bringing people into this family. Our first service on the new property, one service, we were able to fit everyone in. Our second service, we couldn't do that. And so really overnight, we doubled our family.
Coming out here honestly was a little scary. We had this little tight family at RBF that helped me to learn how to care for one another. That was built into our DNA with community groups. God was preparing us for some things down the road that we didn't foresee. So when we moved out here, my hope was that every person that walked through the doors of Woodcreek would feel cared for and loved.
We saw the big, beautiful building and how much extra space we had. Was this just going to be a big, beautiful building that got used on Sundays and sat empty the rest of the week? And immediately the answer was no. Not only has God brought more people, it has allowed more people to do things, which has allowed us to serve more people.
God has been a part of every single minute. I've watched him grow us as individuals. That relational core value is a thread throughout all of our ministries. Being relationally centered has helped us be a caring community.
Another spiritual emphasis that God guided us into, that we are disciples making disciples. As we're growing, families were coming and bringing their kids, and we were finding we were running out of space in the children's ministry. God provided through his church family this new Kid Creek building. We expanded into a whole new space. But it's not because we want more building space, it's because we want to continue to raise up our kids in the Lord, to pass on this generational love of Christ and proclamation of Christ.
During that same season, Bill and the elders were intentionally thinking about and planning for the next generation of leaders. I don't know another human being that I respect as much as Bill. And yet you knew, hey, at some point, Bill's going to retire. What's going to happen then?
Been pastoring this church for 40 years. Because of the strength and the longevity of his leadership, a lot of our identity was being under his senior pastorship. How do we transfer leadership?
I remember sitting across the table from him, and he says, Scott, I want to let you know I'm going to retire. He's like, yeah, and we want to ask you to consider being the senior pastor. I almost fell out of the chair when it finally then became real. We announced he's retiring and Scott Stonehouse is going to be the new senior pastor. And the applause from the church, which I know was applause for Bill, but it was also a love for me and people accepting that. Yeah, I will. It's a treasure. I felt my role was step in and keep doing what the church has been doing, and God will be faithful.
Scott Stonehouse's 2 years as senior pastor is another example of God providing exactly what we need, exactly when we needed it. He had the calm and resolve to carry us through a very difficult season.
With COVID, we didn't know how long that was going to last. It was such a difficult time for us.
How do we stay connected as a community when the community can't physically be together?
We felt alone a lot. We didn't know what was going to happen.
I don't think God protects us from the difficult times. What God did is he got us through the difficult times using different people at different times, in different ways, in different roles for different lengths of time.
As Scott needed to step away, and thank the Lord he came back in as one of our elders, there was a time period where we were without leadership. We're looking for a senior pastor, and God will provide because he always has. But in the meantime, we're not going to sit around and wait. We're going to move forward. Let's be a bridge to that next iteration of the generational leadership of this church. Yet that's what God had for me, and for some reason for this church during that time. Something I never thought I would do here or anywhere was be a senior pastor of a church.
It was helpful having John in that space, because due to a lot of people changing and new people coming on, he saw the need. He helped us to create a staff culture as a family.
To see God use different people, to see it grow those people, and to see the whole remain strong, even though it was hard and even though there was hurt, that is just God's faithfulness.
What God's really doing beyond the church, beyond the building, God's continuing to build his kingdom generation after generation. He says, "On this rock I shall build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it." He is promised to continue what he started well before RBF Woodcreek began, and well after we go away. We get this moment to take part and be a link in that chain.